Overlord! Overlord! And remember, everybody, the most important part to being an Overlord is to laugh. It's a Disgaea D2, A Brighter Darkness, limited edition. Look at that, it's sexy. It makes me pretty damn happy being able to have something like this. Let alone that this game actually exists. As a matter of fact, I have the game sitting out separately, and it's somewhere around. Ah, there it is. Looking around all over the fucking place and could not find it. But I've already played through the entire game and all the extra missions and stuff. As a matter of fact, in a recent pickups I had talked about how the only thing I haven't done is I've not defeated Bale, or Ball, or whatever the fuck you really want to call him. I call him Bale, because he is a fucking demon. But anyhow, he's also ludicrously, ridiculously, insanely difficult to beat. As soon as you go out onto the battlefield, you end up getting hit for like a gajillion damage, and I'm not sitting in item world for the rest of my life trying to beef him up. But anyhow, this little limited edition right here is pretty swanky all in all, and I said that I want to do a unboxing of it, so that's what I'm doing right here. Now, if you want to get a better view of that, you can see a whole shit ton of the main characters from the story, as well as many of the classes that you can get within the game, right there. And on the sides, it'll say Disgaea D2, have the logo and stuff like that. A Brighter Darkness! Now, this opens up, and naturally the first thing that you would see inside is the game right here. Now, if you want to get a little shot of the game, which is, you know, there's nothing different about this version of the game compared to what you would see on store shelves. So, nothing all that crazy. And right there is what it looks like inside, which obviously they use this art for the box. But I like that quite a bit, so that works for me. Now, let's go and empty this sumbitch out and get all this good shit out. First thing that we have is an art book and a soundtrack, which is relatively normal to get in most of these collector's editions, which I'm fine with because I actually like both the music and the art within the series. While the art is very basic, a little chibi style and stuff like that, it's still something that, I don't know, I like. There were so many times that I had this one picture from the very first Disgaea. It was a picture of Laharl. He's kind of curled up sleeping, and they had the red moon. And I used that as a background on my computer for so many years. Now, we got some little cards here, which I'm going to set those to the side and get the main thing that I was excited about, and that's the two figures that show up right here. And I actually really like the packaging for this because it looks like a Valentine's Day box set. And Valentine's Day just passed. As a matter of fact, Valentine's Day is my birthday. For anybody out there that even gives a shit, probably not, but, you know. Let's see. So the first thing that we're going to go with is the art book, because that was the first thing that I had pulled out. Now, to begin with, it's a hardcover art book. And a hardcover art book is always a lot better than a softcover, no matter what. As a matter of fact, anytime that I try to get graphic novels and comic books and stuff like that, I always go for the hardcover. They just end up looking a lot nicer, and they take the wear and tear a hell of a lot better. So first thing we get to see here is Laharl. Now, everybody in the game pretty much looks exactly the same, except for Laharl looks a little bit taller, a little bit older, and he's not wearing booty shorts now, which is a pretty damn good thing. And I was definitely happy about that. But you get to see all the fine little details as well as various expressions, and you get to see what his character looks like within game. And we have Etna right there. Etna being a badass and always gets made fun of because she has a super flat chest. And then again, Flan also gets made fun of for that too. But Etna is extremely fucking cool. She also pretty much puts all the printies in their place, and they do anything and everything that she says. Alright, so we have Fallen Angel Flan. For anybody that is a fan of the original Disgaea games and has not played it, then you probably won't get why Flan is like that if you haven't actually gone to that point in the game. But yeah, she's Fallen Angel now, not just a regular Angel Cadet. Right here we go on to Cicely, which is, well, it goes Laharl's sister, question mark, so you'll have to go and find out about that in the story. I'm not going to go and ruin that for you. Also to note on here, it gives measurements and things likes, hates, age, height, weight, and their sex. So Xenolith, and we have Barbara right there. Xenolith, I always forget how his name is said off the top of my head, but he ends up playing a much bigger role in the game than you would actually think. And these are minor characters right here. The only thing that I wasn't too fond with them is they're kind of like really lazy rehashes of monster designs that they kind of just threw together and made into characters. But yeah, other than that, we have all of the extra classes right there. We'll go and get through all this shit. I thought this was kind of cool, the Terra level spell art. So Terra level is kind of like the highest level spells that you can do, and you know, they look pretty fucking cool, and they're all over the place with like what kind of shit that you will see. Let's see if there's any stage art. Here we go. So background illustrations. Most of these end up showing up for storyline purposes, like in the cutscenes whenever the characters are sitting or shooting a show with each other. You'll see these in the background, stuff like that. And the anime, opening anime character designs. So there is an anime opening, and if you ever get bored, check out the regular Disgaea anime. It's actually really, really good. I liked it a whole bunch. It was one of those things that I always thought from playing the original that it would make a lot of sense for this to be made into an anime, because it is a fucking anime, so why don't they have an anime? And then they made one, so there we go. Now, here goes the soundtrack right there. Hey, you can see my camera. Look at it, right there. So, soundtrack. Now, it looks like it is the full soundtrack, no less. So, official soundtrack goes from track 1 down to track 27, and then bonus tracks of 1 to 13. So is that all? Oh, okay. It looks like it is double disc. So right there we have the first disc, and then we have the second disc right there, and then there's character art of Flan and Etna on the inside, which looks exactly like the art that's on the back. There we go. So, pretty damn cool to go and have something like that, rip it onto the computer, and use it as background music in my videos whenever I get bored. I have lots of video game music on my computer, so that's one of the things that I always fancy. Now, these are the cards that I had shown earlier. I'm trying to go and open this bag up without bending the cards or fucking them up, so be careful if you ever do get this. Alright, let's see what these look like. So, it looks like it's just basic art cards. That's really it. And it is Flan and Etna damn near the entire time. This is them kind of looking like they are J-pop singers and stuff like that. This is them borderline looking like they are going to get it on. I guess, yeah, I think they're flying around on a fucking whale, swimming around on it, doesn't really matter. They have pretty bubble guns, and they're shooting shit, so that's pretty cool. But the one that I like is Flan holding a little doll of Laharl, because that doll is freakishly adorable. So, yes. So, there's the little cards like that. If anything, these are kind of cool just to, like, tack up somewhere, like, with double-sided tape or some shit like that. Anyway, they're amusing. They're there. They're little extras. I'm not going to complain. But this right here is what I wanted to see the most. Also, if you're wondering, the sides of it, bunch of Japanese gibberish to me because I don't know what it says. So, Toys Works. That's the only thing that I can actually read on that side. But, yeah, I will be right back, because I need a knife. I didn't realize this taped up. So, transition effect! Okie dokie, we have all the shit out of there, and I didn't go and cut myself or jab my eye out or anything like that. Huzzah! And we have bubble wrap, so I can just sit there and pop the bubble wrap the entire time. Now, the two figures that are inside of this are Flan and Etna. They've actually had the little minifigures around for a really long time. I know that they had like an entire, what, 2-box set that had every single character from the original Disgaea games. And, wow, these reek of plastic. That is extremely strong. So, 2 sets come like this. So this right here is going to be Flan, and this is Etna. And you pretty much kind of have to go and smash these fuckers together, and that's something that I'm going to do. So, should I do this on video, or should I do another transition effect? I mean, it could take a while, potentially, for me to go and do something like this. Yeah, fuck it, another transition effect, go! Transitions are the shit! Go and fast forward in time! Alrighty then. Okay, so transition over and all the other shit, and I got the figures put together. Dude, Flan was really hard to get her fucking head attached to her body. I'm just like, dude, fucking go once. Then her, like, squeezing the living shit out of her head onto her torso and stuff like that. So, now, both of these come with a stand, and I can say that hers is not all that necessary because hers would kind of just make it look like she's floating and stuff. I'm just going to have her sit like that, but that is what Flan looks like. It is a pretty damn cool figure. I'm going to try to get that so the lighting at least doesn't look like complete ass on it, which might be impossible right now. But it's a little chibi Flan, and the sculpt on them is pretty damn good. It's all hard plastic, so it's not going to shatter or break in your hands or anything like that. And they come separated, as you saw. But this right here, it's got a big old dent in the back of her head, so you can just go and attach this and make it look like she's kind of floating there. Except for this doesn't want to attach right now, so I can't even go and give you an example of what it would look like. But I think it'll look a lot better just sitting on the shelf. I'll put it up there on something, I don't know. The figures are small, so I like stuff like that. Now, the stand for Etna, I would have to say, is pretty damn necessary, but right there, as you can see, her feet are like super skinny, tiny type things. Like, it doesn't even look like she really has feet, to be honest. It's kind of weird looking. But, yeah, she needs to stand most definitely, or else she wouldn't stand up. I mean, she's basically a big old fucking bobblehead, like, whoa. And it's kind of cool because their heads can go and adjust at different angles, and you can move their arms up and down and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of cool that they actually have some kind of articulation to them. And yeah, so overall it looks like Etna, looks like Flan, and these are pretty damn rad for just having inside there. I like whenever they put really detailed figures inside of any kind of collector's edition or limited edition or anything like that, and these look really cool. I just now need Laharl and Vyers and a Prinny, and I'm pretty much good to go. But either way, happy with the ones that I have right now. So this is a pretty cool little limited edition. Got an art book, got a soundtrack, got little random assortment of cards, and most of all, I've got 2 little mini figures right here to go up on my shelf so I can go and have more Disgaea love amongst all of my gaming goodies and shit like that. Anyway, so I want to thank you all for going and joining me on an unboxing of the Disgaea D2 A Brighter Darkness Limited Edition, Collector's Edition, whatever the fuck unboxing thingamajig video with yours truly, AlphaOmegaSin. So, as always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on.